Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Draw with Rob. With me, Rob Biddulph. Now I am a children's author and I'm a children's illustrator too. I'm greedy, you see I write the words and draw the pictures. Maybe you've seen some of my books. This is my latest one, When I Grow Up, I'd Like to Be. And it's all about the world of work and things that you want to be when you grow up. Whenever I do my live events I always ask, hands up who knows what they want to be when they grow up, and lots of hands go up and I get lots of really cool things like, you know, I want to be a firefighter, or I get lots of ninjas. That's quite interesting, isn't it? I even get some people who say, when I grow up I want to be a dog. So this book is all about what people want to be when they grow up. And I'm very, very proud of it. And look, there's a picture of me in there when I was little. When I was little, I wanted to be a children's author and illustrator, and that's what I am now. So I'm very lucky. But you can see lots of nice, colourful drawings. So do check that out. Maybe you've seen my Peanut Jones books, my chapter books. Here we go. See if I can fit them all in. Just about. Look at that. Hang on. Ooh, if I move them over, look at that. It's almost like it was meant to be. All about, these books are all, the chapter books are all about a girl called Peanut Jones who finds a magic pencil. Where's the magic pencil? There it is. Whatever she draws, that pencil becomes real. And you can see I've really illustrated these books a lot. So they're almost like a sort of cross between a chapter book and a graphic novel. And I'm super proud of them. Maybe if you haven't read a chapter book before, you should give them a try, because they're nice, easy ones to kind of get yourself going with chapter books. But we are here today, as per usual, as you well know, to do a drawing together. And we're going to draw a picture from my latest book is When I Grow Up, but the one before that was called I Follow the Fox, and it's just come out in paperback. And I really, really love this book, and it's got lots of lovely reviews from people, so people like this story. And it's all about, well, it's about a real fox, but actually it's about this boy here. And this boy, as you can see in this picture, has two toy foxes. He has Big Fox and he has Little Fox here, and they play a very important part in the story because he takes them to the park on one snowy day. But you know what? He ends up losing Little Fox in the park, and in the course of the story he meets a real fox, there we go, who then makes him follow her. As you can see, it's called I Follow the Fox. So he follows this fox all over the place, all through the fields in the middle of the night. And maybe, just maybe, she's going to help him find Little Fox. But I thought today I would show you guys how to draw Little Fox. What do you think? Does that sound like a good plan? So what you're going to need for this video is a piece of paper. It's very easy, this one. It's a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil, something to draw with, and maybe something to colour with a bit later on. But I'm going to show you how to draw a toy fox. Okay, because we have drawn foxes in the past. We've drawn a cartoon fox, we've drawn a realistic fox, which is quite tricky. About a year ago we did that when the hardback edition of I Follow the Fox came out. So I thought today I'd show you how to draw a toy fox, because it's much, much easier than the realistic fox. So this is how Draw with Rob works. Lots of people say they don't think they can draw. Do you know that? They don't think they think they're rubbish at drawing. And I say, well, why do you think that? Everybody can draw. There's no right or wrong answer with drawing. Some people might need a bit of help with the order that the drawings are done in, and that's where I come in, because I'm going to break this drawing of a toy fox down into just simple shapes, dots, lines, circles, that kind of thing here and there. And I'm going to show you how to put them together to make this toy fox drawing. Okay, so what I will do is draw my shape on my piece of paper. Then you can pause the video and you copy what I do. Start me up again, I will draw a bit more. Then you will draw. Then I will draw, you draw, I draw, you draw, I draw, you draw. Before you know it, you will have a drawing of a toy fox that you are very proud of. Okay, don't worry if yours doesn't look exactly like mine, it's not meant to. You're going to draw your very own toy fox. Everyone's is going to be different. Nobody's is going to be perfect. So don't worry if you make mistakes. Just keep on drawing. Right, let's start, shall we? Okay, the first thing I want you to do, sort of just above centre in your page, I want you to draw a nice big sort of circle. Doesn't have to be perfect. Sort of that sort of shape. Okay? It's a nice easy start. Right? Then, inside that shape, sort of towards the bottom, I want you to draw another circle-y, oval-y shape, about that sort of size. And this time, do you know what? We're going to colour it in. like so. Then what we're going to do next, we're going to do a line. Oh, hang on, let me just smooth that out. We're going to do a line that comes out of the top of that circle that we just drew and goes over to one side of the big circle, like that. And guess what? We're going to do the same on the other side. We're going to go up and over to the right. Maybe you're starting to see a fox head appear already. This might give you more of a clue. Just in this space here, we're going to draw a little circle. We're going to colour that one in too. And then guess what? We're going to do one here. And hopefully you can now see a face appearing. So that big circle there is going to be our fox's nose, and these two are our toy fox's eyes. Easy peasy, right? It's a very simple drawing. Okay, should we add some fox ears? Again, this is very easy. We're going to start up here. We're going to go right up and round like that in a sort of pointy shape, but maybe not really sharp point, a sort of curvy point like that. Nice thick line I've done. I'm using my nice brush pen, but you can just do a nice thick line with your pencils. Guess what? We're going to do exactly the same on this side. So that sort of pointy shape here for lovely big cute toy fox ears, like that. Already looks like a fox, doesn't it? Okay, let's do our toy fox's body. So this is going to be a sort of a bit like another oval, but slightly longer and thinner. So we're going to come down here like that, go under, and then disappear back up into the head. So a sort of egg shape really, where the top of the egg is disappeared behind the head of our toy fox. I think we should add some legs and feet now. So remember, this is a toy fox, so it's not going to look like a real fox. It's not going to be anatomically correct. So we are going to draw one leg coming down like that in a nice thick line, and then the foot is just going to go flat across like that at a right angle. And then the other leg, because it's a bit of a ragdoll sort of cuddly fox, it's going to be going the same way but slightly further up like that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Try and make them roughly the same size. And now we're going to draw our fox's arms, and this time we're going to draw like two big sausage shapes coming out from our fox like this. So they're quite big arms on my toy fox, and again we're going to colour them in. So we're going to do one sausage shape coming out like that, and then the other one going out that way, like so. So you know toys, when you have like a cuddly toy, their arms just sort of flop around, don't they? Very much like this guy. Cute, huh? Cute and easy peasy, so quick. Now what haven't we drawn yet? What are foxes famous for having? That's right, the tail. We've got to draw a lovely foxy tail. So we're going to do the tail coming out here, and it's going to be going there. They're lovely and big and bushy, aren't they, fox tails? So we're going to do one coming from here, from the fox's bottom. It's going to come around like so, right around over to here. Okay, then we're going to turn around, but actually we're going to do a little sort of zigzaggy bit at the end of the tail. So first of all, just do a little line, then a bigger one going up like that. Then we'll come back down there, keep it all a bit raggedy, go up again there, and then finally we're going to go back around and we're going to curve back in like that. And can you see how I've kept it narrow at that end and wide at that end? That's because that's kind of what foxes' tails do. I don't know if they do in real life, but certainly cartoon foxes do. And I'm just going to make it lovely, and I want this to be lovely and sharp at the end, so I'm going to use my thinner pen here just to get some lovely points in these bits here, so it's nice and sharp. Okay, next thing we're going to do, they have a sort of white tip, fox's tail, so we're just going to draw a few little zigzaggy lines like that, just to give our tail a nice sort of point of delineation. So we can do a white bit there and a nice orange bit there. And guys, that is pretty much it in terms of the outline. Oh, I've forgotten, there's an important bit. You know how we've done the lines there to show the difference in colour here as well. We need to do that on the tummy too. So I want you to draw like an oval shape just inside the tummy, like that, so our fox can have a nice white tummy. Nearly forgot. So there we go. So that now is the finished outline of our toy fox. I'm going to go into super speed mode and colour my fox in. There's another couple of little tricks I'm going to talk to you about after I've done them in the colouring section. Okay, so I will see you back here in about 20 seconds. You ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, there is my finished, coloured in toy fox. I've done a bit of smudging, my famous left-handed smudging. Look, I've got orange and black all over my hand, brilliant. But as I said, I like that. It's the human touch, right? It makes it look like it's been drawn by a person. We are not robots, so any of those little mistakes I like to keep in. They kind of add character to the drawing anyway, don't they? Now, what can I tell you? So you can see the areas I've done orange and the areas I've kind of left white. I've done a little bit of shading here and there, so I've sort of imagined that it's slightly, the light's coming in from this side, so it's slightly lighter on the left than the right, and also I've done a bit of darker shading underneath the chin, bit around here at the bottom of the tail. And my white areas, you can see I've added little bits of sort of turquoise and sort of green, because very rarely is something purely white. There's always other colours in white, actually, if you look really closely. And by adding these turquoise and greens, it just makes it, to me, it makes it look really zingy, really sort of a clean white, adding those in the shadow areas. So again, where the darker bits are, I've just added that kind of green and turquoise. And the other thing I've done that you can see is added all these little lines, sort of the fur lines, sort of following the contours of my fox. So the tail ones, they sort of follow the tail around like that, and that just helps when you're drawing a creature that you want to look a little bit furry. It makes them look furry, especially when you're drawing toys, right? Sort of those furry, cuddly toy characters. It really helps there and just adds a bit of character and a bit of texture to your drawing. So that's why I've done that, and I think it looks pretty cute, right? This is a nice quick one, this one. So we need to sign our drawings, obviously. Signing is very, very important. We need to let everybody know who has created this wonderful work of art. I'm just going to write a Rob like that on my one there. I'm just going to do a little bit of touching up here and there, because sometimes when you colour over the top of the pen, it sort of like dulls the pen. So every now and then I do a little bit of touching up here and there. But that's how you draw a toy fox, guys. I hope you've had fun. I want to see your drawings. Who knows what colours you've done? You don't have to stick to regular fox colours like I have. Maybe you've done like rainbow foxes, or ones covered in hearts or stars or patterns, or I don't know what you've done, but whatever you've done, I want to see it. So why don't you ask your grown-up to take a picture of your drawing, then post it on social media using this hashtag #DrawWithRob. That way I get to see it. If you're watching on Facebook, you can just comment below this video with a picture of your drawing and I'll get to see it that way too. So do that, please, because I'd love to see your drawing. I'm sure you've done a brilliant job. What else? Why don't you subscribe to my newsletter? So go to this website address here. You'll find a little form you have to fill in. Get your parents to put their email address in. That way they will get sent an email whenever I've got a new Draw with Rob video coming out, or a new book coming out, or I'm on tour, or any news actually, I will send to that email, and it's totally free. You won't get any ads or get spammed or anything, so you might as well sign up. Why not? Also, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. That would be lovely. Then you'll make sure you won't miss any of my videos, right? So subscribe to my channel. Tell all your friends to subscribe to my channel too. That would be great. That would really help me out. So thank you very much. Other than that, I think we're done here. Don't forget to check out the book that this toy fox came from. Hang on, let me see if I can show you the toy fox. There we go. There's little fox. In the park all alone by the tree. Oh, little fox. Here we go. You can see big fox and little fox there on the sledge. But do check this book out, which is where he comes from. I really think you'll enjoy it. It's a nice wintry magical story that I think you'll enjoy. Other than that, keep those pencils sharpened, keep on drawing, and I will see you again very soon. Bye everyone. everyone, it's Rob here, and I'm just popping up at the end of your video to tell you about this, the brand new Draw with Rob activity book. And this is a very, very tasty one because it's called Fantastic Food, and it's absolutely jam-packed full of deliciously cute characters. So what will you find inside? Well, we have lots of puzzle pages like these ones that you can see here. We have pages where I've started drawings off and you guys have to finish those drawings. We have colouring pages, lots of colouring for you to do. We even have some very cool bookmarks that you can colour in and cut out and then use when you're reading. And of course, we have loads of draw-alongs. Just look at these ones. Super cute, super delicious. And I think you're going to have a lot of fun doing these. Now listen, I'm super proud of this book. I really can't wait for you guys to get your teeth into it. And don't forget to send me any pictures you do based on the characters you find in this book. Right, you've had enough of me now. I'm going to let you get on with your day. You can pick this book up from wherever books are sold. And I really, really hope you enjoy it. See you soon. Bye-bye.